What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome into the Bulls Report. My name is Patrick Siepman, and we got a fun show for you guys today as Richard Jefferson called out the Chicago Bulls front office before the Bulls-Bucks game on ESPN last night, and I completely agree with this thought. So we'll share those with you guys here. Then also the game reaction from the Bulls-Bucks game as, I'll tell you what, just more of the same with the Chicago Bulls. But I'll explain all that here in a second, but I'll say something. The Bulls front office has been one of the worst in all of major sports over the last probably 10-ish seasons. So if you guys are sick of the Bulls front office and you just can't stand them, give me a me down below in the comment section. I'll tell you what, I'll probably get on my personal account on today's show and type a couple me's down there because I'm just sick of it. Apathy is setting in amongst Bulls fans, and we just deserve better. So let's share with you guys what Richard Jefferson had to say. The only thing I'm going to say is that the Bulls, they do not look like they've been going in the right direction for the last 10 years. And it doesn't look like it's changing. And Richard Jefferson, don't agree with everything you say, but I wholeheartedly agree with this. Preach and thank you to you, sir. This is what I've been saying on the channel for the last 5 months, and I've been getting yelled at. I've been getting screamed at in the comments section. Dude, you're just a Bulls hater. What are you talking about? This team just needs to get healthy. What if Lonzo Ball didn't get hurt back in 2021? What could have this team have been? You guys sound stupid. Like, seriously, think about where the Bulls are at right now. Really think about this. The Bulls are trying to win games this season. And the biggest kind of tell of that was that they played effing Torrey Craig over Modest Buzelis last night. Because I was excited. I tuned into the game. I was like, oh, Patrick Williams is out. He's me out for multiple weeks. Finally, Modest Buzelis would get to play. No, they ran with Torrey Craig. I got to squat down for this. They started Torrey Craig last night. The dude who went for a double dunk attempt last season, they started him over the guy you took with the 11th pick in the NBA draft. And the icing on the cake to that whole situation, Dalton Connect, Jared McCain. Two players you passed on are both having awesome seasons for the respective organizations. And I don't mean to call you guys out on this, but screw that. I will call a couple of you guys out on this. Because every time I make a video saying the Bulls front office is a joke, they need to trade Zach LaVine, they need to trade Nikola Vucevic ASAP, I will still get comments saying, dude, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know basketball. This is a good team. They just got to get healthy. They fight every single night. You just sound dumb. Like, seriously. It is one of the most idiotic takes to say that I think Zach LaVine should remain on the Chicago Bulls. It is idiotic. Stop saying that. You are just flat out wrong. This is a team that's trying to win games when they shouldn't be, and they are 6-10. Like, seriously, hold yourself to a higher standard. Hold your sports team to a higher standard. Stop going to Bulls games. Stop selling out the United Center every game because we all look stupid as Bulls fans. Because still, year after year after year, the Bulls front office, they don't care about us. They don't care about you guys watching this video. All they care about is putting money in their back pocket, and as long as that United Center and the ridiculous food and drink prices keep on selling out games, I think Jerry Reinsdorf gives a shit that the Bulls have been the 9th seed in the Eastern Conference the last 2 years. Like, really think about that. What is the worst spot to be in the NBA? It is purgatory, where you're not good enough to compete, but you're not bad enough to land a top prospect. Bulls live in that zone. They are the kings of that zone. They are the kings of the play-in tournament. And with an NBA draft that is as stacked as this is coming up, I know everybody likes to say, tank for Cooper Flagg, and I'm all in on Cooper Flagg. But odds are you probably aren't going to get him. But there are also other players that have superstar potential, like Ace Bailey, Nolan Traore, point guard from France. Like, there are some true blue chippers in this draft, and you are setting yourselves up to not get that pick. Like, it shouldn't be a shocker to anybody, but if the Bulls pick isn't in the top 10, it's heading to San Antonio. And then what's the conversation going to be? When the Bulls don't have a top 10 pick, they're picking 12 and it goes to the Spurs and we're the 9 seed again. What do we have to look forward to? So seriously, stop saying the Bulls should keep Zach LaVine. I'm going to stop responding to comments because honestly, it just drives me crazy. And also people are saying like, dude, you don't know basketball. You'd probably have never touched a basketball or touched a court in your life. I promise you, anybody who's commenting on my shows, if you guys want to play me one-on-one, name the park, name your price, and I'll come play you. But let's dive into the stats from last night's game. Sorry, I just get fired up over this because it just drives me absolutely up the wall. And First I do want to highlight this. I already kind of teased it, but biggest joke of last night was this man getting more run than frickin' Modest Buzelis. Like, that should tell you everything about this organization. That should tell you that they are okay with just screwing over the fans. Because I'm sure there were so many Bulls fans last night, they're finally fired up because they could actually watch their basketball team play, because that joke of the Chicago Sports Network, or whatever you want to call it, but they're on ESPN. I tuned in. I was like, oh, I'm going to go watch Modest Buzelis play basketball. Nope. What did Modest do last night? In his thing, he had 6 minutes. Oh, 2 points, 2 rebounds. How do you expect a guy to develop when he doesn't get any run? Like, you know what he's going to be? He's going to be Patrick Williams all over again. You're going to crush his love for basketball. He's going to turn into passive Modest. It's just a joke. I got some more thoughts here in a second. But I'll ask you guys this. Do you want the Bulls to win games? Because, frankly, if you're typing yes for this answer, just stop. Like, seriously, just stop. But let me know. Do you guys want the Bulls to win games? Y for yes, N for no. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Coming up next, more Modest Buzelis in the game last night. But first, got to tell you guys about today's presenting sponsor, Prize Picks. Massive shout out to them for sponsoring today's show. If you guys head over to prizepicks.com/CONS and sign up today, after you make your first $5 lineup, you guys will actually get $50 instantly. That's $50 instantly at prizepicks.com/CONS. Plug in promo code CONS. Get that $50 for free. Shout out to Prize Picks. But what is Prize Picks? Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. Now, if you guys want to add some more juice to a Bears game, to a Blackhawks game, to a Bulls game, increase your viewing experience with Prize Picks. I create a lineup for almost every single game. And once you guys, get involved in on the fun, you guys will too. So download the app today. Use code CONS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Download the app today. Use code CONS. Get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. But massive shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring today's show. Prize Picks. Run your game. All right, let's dive back into it. Modest Buzelis. I would love to get on here and do film breakdowns, break down what he is really doing out there and watch him develop, but the Bulls just don't give him a chance. There's really no takeaways I've had from Buzelis' start to the year. He just doesn't play, and it's a joke. It is frankly a joke. And normally I've been kind of in the camp that it's not all Billy Donovan's fault just because of the roster construction has been just frankly awful with this team, but this is on Billy Donovan. Maybe he's coaching for his job, and maybe if the Bulls say, hey, if you get us another play-in tournament appearance, we'll extend you after this season. But he is not playing the young guys, and it's just a joke. And, I can already see people in the comment section, dude, how are you talking about trading for Zach LaVine, man? He had 27 points, 6 assists. He was 4 of 7 from downtown. He's clearly our best player. How bad are we going to be without Zach LaVine? That's the point. You want to be bad. You want to win 15 games. And this man is talented enough where when you go play the Pistons, for example, he can take over that fourth quarter and F the Bulls over. Because the Bulls won that game where we should be 5-11. And I'm sitting here and I'm feeling better than 6-10. Because every time the Bulls beat a terrible basketball team like the Pistons or the Wizards, it is just right there. One spot down from going and landing Cooper Flagg or any of these top draft prospects. And, Vooch, he's off to a great start of the year. He was terrible last night. Truly one of the worst defensive players I have ever seen. I don't want to underrate that. You go look at his raw numbers on the year. The dude's averaging 20 and 10. Very efficient basketball offensively, but still, even when he's playing as good as he is offensively, just how bad he is defensively just completely overshadows his impact. And still, as a whole, is he a positive or a negative out there on the basketball court? He is still a negative. He is still a living cone defensively. I'm not kidding. If me right now, 25 years old, haven't played competitive basketball since high school, even though shout out to intramurals, all my intramural hoopers out there, shout out to you, and your LA Fitness hoopers, shout out to you. But if I saw Nikola Vucevic coming off a pick and roll, even me, I'm thinking I can cook this guy. I wonder what NBA guards think of him when they see him coming off a pick and roll. But he was terrible yet again last night. And Kobe White, I love Kobe White. I think he's a very talented basketball player. He's just turned into an AAU hooper. Really. He plays a bad brand of basketball. He plays a losing style of basketball. And he wasn't playing that last year. But you know what? I'm a big believer. Everybody's a product of their own environment. and he's been sitting around Levine. He's been sitting around Vooch, and he just gets all that losing just buzz around him, and now he's starting to play like a losing basketball player. And also this, like, another reason why I was so big on the Bulls trading Levine and Vooch this offseason is because I don't want Modest being around him. Like, I really think Levine and Vooch, they're complete cancers to a locker room. They're just losers. Like, they are just losers. Like, there's a reason Levine has the worst winning percentage of all time of every active NBA player. I understand he hasn't been dealt the best hand. But still, when you are one of the better players on the team and that's the stat connected to you, that is a complete indictment on who you are as a player. Those are my thoughts. If you guys want to give me a follow on Twitter and yell at me, I'm sure this comment section on today's video is going to be super nice. So, hey, if you guys could, give me a follow on Twitter. See y'all next time. Go Bulls.